That's Wednesday, 5:30.
When you're high on emotion and you're losing your focus and you feel too exhausted to pray, don't get lost in the moment. Give up when you're close. All you need is somebody to say it's okay not to be okay. Life's an illusion, and lately you're secluded, thinking you'll never get your chance. Feeling like you got no solution. It's only 'cause you don't control, it's out of your hands. You're high on emotion and you're losing your focus and you feel too exhausted to pray. Don't get lost in the moment or give up when you're closest. All you need is somebody to say it's okay not to be okay. It's okay not to be okay. When you're down and you feel ashamed. And you're losing your focus and you feel too exhausted to pray. Don't get lost in the moment or give up when you're closest. All you need is somebody to say it's okay not to be okay. It's okay not to be okay. The only one who's been mistaken. But the only one who keeps me waiting. Do you know how much time I would be saving if I didn't let you into my head? Let you in the head. Oh no, I've done it again. I hate on my
Allie,
head.
can you come here? Just look at this thing. Let me turn my camera off real quick. Wednesday at 5:30, right? I'm in it.
Yeah.
Oh, there's nobody here. Why not? Saying that's your mind, I'ma need a better move. Spending all my time with you. You leave me, I'll be fine. I'ma need a better reason to be wasting my time with you. Wasting my time. Saying that's your mind, I'ma need a better
Here you go. All right, we got a bit of a light session today. So I'm just gonna record this and we'll get a workout in for you guys and we can do this one in the future. So we're gonna get started with some mobility on the floor like we love to do. We're gonna be on our knees, so if you need a pillow, a yoga mat, something to cushion your knees, that's totally fine, go ahead and grab that. We're gonna start in cat-cow with our knees directly under our hips. We're at 90 degrees here with the shoulders and the hips and the knees. From here, we're gonna breathe in through the nose, arch the back up as much as we can, bringing that chin up, looking toward the ceiling. Exhale out through the mouth, round up that spine and tuck the chin. Big round, as big as you can get it. Same thing, inhale, look up. Exhale and round and tuck. Keep breathing into the nose, out through the mouth. You should get a big, good stretch to that mid back as we round up and a good stretch to the abs as we arch. Let's do two more. All right, we'll be done with those. We're gonna stay down on our knees. We're gonna go for some bird dogs. We'll activate the core right from the get-go here. So we're gonna stay on all fours. From here, we're gonna raise the opposite arm and leg, squeezing the glute as hard as you can as you lift up, keeping your toes pointed down toward the ceiling. Raise that arm into a fist at the front, bringing them back down at the same time, raising at the same time on the opposite side. Same thing, squeeze the glute, big fist. Try to bring your shoulder down toward your hip on the same side of the leg that's lifted. So we can get a cross core contraction. I'm falling off my pillow here. This is not great. Try to exhale through the mouth at the top and inhale as you bring the arm back down. Really breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Keep going, give me a couple more bird dogs on each side. Go for two more on each side. Big stretch, keeping that toe pointed down toward the floor the whole time. Try not to open up and turn your knee out toward the side. Go ahead and finish those up. When you're done, we're gonna pop into a child's pose for about a minute or so our toes will come together. Our knees will go out a little bit wider than shoulder width, so we can sit back over the heels between our hips. We're gonna bring those arms out in front. From here, my head is going to come down to the floor. Bring your forehead as close to the floor as you can get it, and with each breath, again, into the nose, out through the mouth, try to get yourself a little bit lower to the floor, stretching more through your lats every time. This one should be relaxing as well as get a good stretch through those lats. The lats right here below your armpit. So if you're not feeling it there, try to bring your hands together a little bit more at the front. So we're in a triangle with our fingers and keeping the arms nice and close to the ears on the bottom. Keep breathing in and out through the nose and the mouth. Hang out here for about 10 more seconds or so, and then we'll move on.
I'm just telling it like it is. I'm just telling it. I'm just telling it like it is.
All right, next up, we're gonna stay on the floor for this one. We're going to do some Spider-Mans. So we're in a big, deep lunge, like always, that foot out in front here. So this is a position with our chest up. I want the hands to come down toward the floor. I want your knuckles to be in line with your toe knuckles. So we have a big lunge here. The inside elbow should aim for the floor. And then from there, we're gonna open up toward the ceiling. Big reach at the top with your fingers, looking up, following those fingers to the ceiling. Plant that hand. We'll walk it back. If you feel like you need this stretch in your hamstrings, that's fine. If not, then don't worry about it. We'll just keep going through these rotations. Hold at the bottom and the top as we extend. If you feel like you need a little bit more, bring both arms bent, bringing your entire chest to the floor instead of just one side. This is great for the T-spine, for the hip flexor, for that lunge position. Let's do about 10 on that side, and then we'll switch it over to the other side. Same thing there. Take your time. Do 10 on each side, nice and slow, at your own pace. So we're getting a good stretch through the T-spine, through the hip flexor, through the glute ham connection. Keep breathing through this one as well. It's always a good thing to practice your breathing so we're ready for the workout when it comes. All right, go ahead and finish those up if you're not done already. We're going to stand up now, but we're not going to stand for long. We're going to go for a squat hold up next. So for this one, this is just a static hold with some little rocks back and forth. So we can kind of open up the hips, the ankles, and get prepped for a squat position. So I'm looking for our butt to go back first, but our chest to stay up. Your feet should be just wider than shoulder width, and your toes should be slightly turned out. And this position kind of depends on how your hips and your pelvis are shaped, so it might be different for you. You might have to go a little wider, maybe a little more narrow, maybe turn your toes out less, but that's up to you. Find the position that's most comfortable for you, and you've got time to do that in the squat hold. So sit back first, then all the way down between your hips, and we'll hang out here in this static, active position. I'm not looking for this, which I don't know what this is. It's just like a troll position down here. So we're bringing it up. We're actively holding the squat here and rocking back and forth, aiming for each toe as you rock. Hang out there. I'm gonna start a timer. We're gonna go for 2 minutes on this. I really think we need it. That was about 30 seconds, so we've got 90 seconds left. Make sure that squat is active. We can throw the hands out in front of us, straight arms. So we've got a little bit of a counterbalance. If you've got something to hold onto, that helps as well. Then you can kind of force against it, but then make sure you're not taking the pressure and the stretch out of your hips. So keep that weight over the hips instead of leaning so far back that you're actually relying more on the thing you're holding onto than stretching this squat position. Practice that breathing.
big toe, pinky toe to pinky toe, all the toes in between. If your quads are dying, go ahead and stand up real quick and then back down. We got about 30 seconds left. My quads are dying because I hit legs yesterday. I'm a little sore. Almost done. Keep holding. 10 seconds to go. If you're like me with terrible ankle mobility, you might have to turn your toes out more or bring your feet a little wider. Go ahead and rest there. All right, so next up, we've got 10 minutes coming up. We have 4 different movements. So the first one is going to be a quarter Turkish get-up per side. So I know that sounds like a lot of gibberish, but we're gonna start on our backs here. We're gonna take this one step at a time because it's easy to get these things confused. So make sure you're focusing on what you're doing. Focus on the move that's next in front of you and stick with it. Okay, so on our backs here, one leg is up, one leg is out straight and out to the side just a touch. That same side leg that's bent up, the arm's going to be up in a fist toward the ceiling. The other arm is going to be out at the same angle on your side. From here, we're going to come up onto the elbow, so it's like a crossover sit-up kind of. From here, we're going to keep an eye on the hand. We're going to come up onto the other hand, and we're going to adjust so we feel like we've got a stable position here. That leg stays in the same spot, same thing with this bent leg. From here, we lift our hips, and that's it. We come back down to the elbow, and back down to our back. So we're going to do 1/2 quarter Turkish get-up per side. So our switch sides, opposite leg is out now. Same with the arm, opposite leg and arm are up. Come up onto that elbow. Come up onto the hand. Lift the hips like a hip bridge. Back down on the hand, the elbow, and then the back. One more time. Same side leg and arm are up. Opposite leg and arm are out at the same angle, straight out on the floor. We come up onto the elbow first, the sit up, come up onto the hand, raise the hip, back down on the hip, down on the elbow, down on the back. All right, we've got 1 per side of those. Next up, we have 15 squat jumps, and these can easily just be turned into a regular air squat. So good thing we warmed up our squat position. We've got regular squat position with the feet. We're gonna stick that butt back first, just like always. Sit down, stand up, and then we're gonna add a jump at the top. So we'll keep it consistent. Come right into that squat from the top of the jump. We've got 15 of those, or we're air squatting, taking out that jump from here to the butt back, sit all the way down, and stand back up with some power. So we're kind of replicating that jump position without coming off the ground. Next, we have 15 push press. So we're gonna need our weights. If you don't have them already, go ahead and grab some now. We're gonna be standing straight up. Our feet are gonna be shoulder width apart. I like to turn my toes out just a little bit for these, but you kind of do what feels best for you. Our weight's gonna be at the shoulders. From here, all we're gonna do is slightly bend the knees and push the knees out. So it's like not even a quarter squat. It's kind of like 1/8 of a squat. From here, that's called the dip. We're gonna dip and drive, and press, and that's a push press. So we're using the momentum from our legs to help us get the weights overhead. Now the weights come right overhead, biceps close to the ears the whole time, and they come back down to our shoulders. 15 push press into 10 lateral lunges. So we're gonna go for a wide stance here. We got 2 different ways we can do these, and I'll show you both. From here, we'll lunge, like this, without a step in. And with these, make sure you're sitting back over your heel and keeping your chest up as much as you can, keeping that foot nice and flat. Or we're gonna stand straight up and we're gonna lunge out to each side with a step in between. For room's sake, I'm stepping a little bit more than just once, but that's up to you. We've got 10 of those, 10 total. So just 5 per side. 10 minutes, quarter Turkish get up per side, 15 squat jumps, 15 push press, and 10 total lateral lunges. I'm gonna get my timer started. Let's do it. All right. 10 minutes coming up. Take your first couple rounds as a warm-up set, then feel free to speed it up as you get warmer. As we get closer to the end of our first circuit, we've got 5 rounds, 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off coming up, so keep that in mind. We've got to save ourselves a little bit. We may or may not have a finisher depending on time, but here we go. Get yourselves ready. One more time, 10 minutes, quarter Turkish get up per side, 15 squat jumps, 15 push press, and 10 total lateral lunges. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Go ahead and start with the Turkish get up per side. Remember, with these, same side leg is extended, same side arm and leg, same side arm and leg are up in the air. Come up under that elbow first, like a sit-up. So we're rolling across the whole back. We're using the abs. To the elbow, to the hand, hip raise, hip down, down on elbow, down on back. 1 per side. Nice work. Squeeze the glutes on those squat jumps. I know some of you have already moved on to those. We're already a minute in, so evaluate your pace here. Are you moving at a good pace? Do you need to speed it up? Do you need to slow it down? Depends on how many rounds you want to get through. Remember, after the squat jumps, we've got that push press. Feet are about shoulder width apart, weights at the shoulders, slight bend in the knees for that 1/8 of a dip. Press all the way up overhead, keeping the biceps close to the ears. Push your knees out wide on those, just like you would for a squat. We'll finish out the round with 10 total lateral lunges, whether that's laterally here, static in the middle, or stepping together. You can do all 5 on one side if you want a little bit more of a leg burn. And then we'll repeat with 1/4 Turkish get up per side to start over round 2. Good work, keep it up. We're just about 2.5 minutes in. We're 1/4 of the way through just now. Maybe you need to speed it up. Maybe you need to stay where you are. Maybe you need to slow it down. Any of those options are fine for this warm-up circuit. As we get closer to the end, I'm going to urge that you pick up the pace a little bit. So we're warmer, fresher, ready to go for our big old circuit. Come on, you can do it. Remember, on those squat jumps, you do have the option of an air squat instead. If a jump is not great for your knees, your hips, your ankles, just turn it into a powerful air squat instead. We got 15 of those. 15 push press and 10 lateral lunges, all after that quarter Turkish get up. Come on, keep working. We're getting closer to that halfway point. We've got about 60 plus a couple seconds left before that happens. In that second half, that's where we really should be picking it up if we've got the ability to. If not, stick with your pace now, and that's an accomplishment in itself. Try not to slow down at all from this point forward. Keep getting warmer, get those lungs burning, get the heart rate up, get a little sweat going, the better you're gonna feel going into our big circuit. Quarter Turkish get up. 15 push press, 15 squat jumps, 10 lateral lunges. We're almost halfway. Come on, keep it up. And we're halfway just now. If you're feeling good, pick up that pace even a little bit more. If you feel good where you're at, stay there. Really push yourself not to slow down at all for the remainder of these 4 minutes and 43 seconds that we've got left in this circuit. Come on, keep pushing, keep breathing. Don't forget your breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. I promise it'll help. Get those lungs working at full capacity instead of just that shallow mouth breathing, which so many of us are guilty of, especially when the work gets hard. It's all right, I'm the same way. It's just something to work on and actively think about. We're getting close to 4 minutes left. And 4 minutes to go. We're over halfway. We're in the home stretch. Let's pick it up. When you're doing those Turkish get-ups, make sure your focus stays on your fist in the air. Ideally, we work up to something heavy with these, so we throw in a weight. We're not going to start heavy, obviously. We're going to start unweighted so we can practice the movement in itself, because these are tricky. The Turkish get-up is not an easy thing to do. It's got so many complex parts. We want to make sure that we're hitting all of the basics first, which is why we're going unweighted. Maybe in the future, we'll throw in a little bit of weight, maybe a step or two more, but that just kind of depends on how you guys feel and how you're learning and how your form progresses. We've got 3 minutes to go, almost there. Keep working, keep pushing. Really pick it up now if you've got more in you. Turn on the jets. We've got 2 minutes and 48 seconds to go. You can do anything for that amount of time. Keep it up. Now it's for the true home stretch. The last quarter of this 10 minutes. Here we go. We're crossing that line. 2 minutes, 30 seconds left. Good work. Come on, keep it up. 2 minutes to go. 2 more minutes. Almost there. Push those knees out wide in the lateral lunges, in the squats. Same thing for the Turkish get-up with that knee that's bent up. Push it out wide. Don't let it cave in. That's not a good, stable, or strong position for your leg, your knee, your ankle, your hip. especially as you add some weight in on that arm that's overhead. You're not going to want to knee the case in. So think about that as we near the end of these. Good work. We've got less than 90 seconds to go. Come on, finish it out. You can do it. And coming up on the last 60 seconds, here we go. Talk too much and say nothing. I'm just the face that buys the drinks. Parasite and all that shit. Good work. You got 45 seconds left. Come on. Then you say that you need me for life. But I'm okay this time. Almost done. We got 30 seconds. Let's go. Turn those jets on. Everybody, come on, push it for the last 24 seconds. You can do it. Almost there. 10 seconds to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, time. All right. That was circuit number 1. We've got 4 rounds, 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off coming up. So we've got 5 different movements coming up now. We've got 1.5 sumo squats. So much like a regular squat, but we're gonna widen those feet and turn those toes out just a little bit more. You've probably heard of a sumo deadlift, and this is that position. So this is called a sumo squat, I think, because sumo wrestlers need to be a little bit wider, or maybe they just squat like this in general. I'm not sure. 1.5 looks like this. We're going to squat all the way down, come halfway up, all the way back down, and then all the way up. All the way down, halfway, all the way back down, and all the way up. We're going to squeeze the glutes the whole time. I want you to feel it actively the whole time. So as you sit down all the way, and sit back up, halfway, back down, and stand all the way up, squeeze the glutes. We got 40 seconds of that, so we're gonna pace ourselves through those. The 1.5 reps kind of takes a while as it is. So they're not super fast, but they can get tiring. So make sure you're pacing yourself for 40 seconds. Next up, we have one of my favorites. We have front and lateral raise. So while one arm raises to the side, the other is gonna raise in front. We're gonna come up to about eye level with the front arm and just to shoulder level with the side arm. I know it's a little bit confusing, but that gives your lateral raise a little bit of time to contract and squeeze in that good position. Keeping the traps down so we can really focus on just using the shoulder to move and pull the weight up on both sides. We're not up here, shrugged up. We're down, relaxed, and really squeezing purely just the shoulder. So we got 40 seconds of that. After that, we're gonna do some plank dancing. If you've been in one of my workouts with these before, you'll recognize these. We're in a high plank here. We're gonna walk our feet out and then back in. These might look a little bit different than the dancing we've done before, but that's what it is today. So we're in a high plank. We're gonna keep that back nice and flat. The butt stays out of the air. Our shoulders stay directly over the wrists. We're gonna keep that back nice and flat, squeezing everything one step out on both sides and reverse for 40 seconds. Woo! That'll be a good one. We've got 40 seconds of that. We have single arm floor press alternating here. So we're gonna need 2 weights. We're on our backs. The other arm stays in the air the whole time. The other arm comes down at about 45 degrees between your side and your armpit. My knuckles, my fist, is going to stay up toward the ceiling the whole time, so I can keep my wrist nice and straight as opposed to bent back here, pushing through the palm or pushing through the knuckles instead. A much stronger position overall. After that, we have mountain climbers. So we're gonna turn over onto that plank once again. We got a couple different variations. We can go for running, keeping that back nice and flat. We can go for outside. We can go cross body. We can also go stepping, like a Spider-Man stretch, and that's up to you. We got 4 rounds, 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off. I will remind you what's coming next. We start with sumo 1.5 squats. Make sure you got your weights ready to go. Let me get my timer pulled up and we'll get cracking. All right. We got 20 minutes coming up and we should have time for a little finisher at the end. And that'll be a good one too. We got 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off. We start with that sumo 1.5 squat. Here we go. We got a 10-second countdown and I'll count you down 2. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Wide stance here, wider than normal squat stance. Butt goes back first, just like a regular squat, all the way down, halfway up, all the way back down, and all the way up. Good. Squeeze those glutes. You should feel the burn already. We're halfway. Put those arms out in front of you for a little bit of counterbalance. I find that helps a lot. You got it. 5 seconds to go. We'll rest for 20. 3, 2, 1, rest. All right, grab your weights. We've got front and lateral raise up next. Our stance here, feet shoulder width apart. We're squeezing the core, so we're just moving the shoulders. 3, 2, 1, go. Up to eye level or so with that front arm, just shoulder level with the side raise, the lateral raise. Squeeze that inner shoulder towards your pec. So I find that if I kind of come cross body just a little bit and aim for my nose with my thumb of the arm that's coming forward, that gets the job done. 10 seconds to go. Almost there. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Sweet. Good job. Round 1 done of sumo squats and lateral and front raise. We got plank dance up next. Remember, we're in a high plank. Step out with both sides. Step in with both sides. Keep that nice and flat. 3, 2, 1, go. High plank, back nice and flat. The whole time we're not sagging through the armpits or the shoulders. Push us up nice and strong. Even if you've got a little bit of a round in your back, that's okay. That's better than saggy shoulder. If this plank dance is too much, hold that high plank the whole time. You can do it. Out, and in, and in. If you change up the order, that might help too. 3, 2, 1, rest. Good work. Alternating single arm floor press up in 15 seconds. Grab your weights. Pop down to our backs. Get your hands, get your weights, get your bottles, whatever you got ready. Here we go. Opposite arm stays up. Knuckles up towards the ceiling. So we've got a nice, strong, stable, straight wrist. Squeeze at the top. Try to bring your weights together so you're squeezing those pecs. Squeeze the chest. 45 degrees between your side and your elbow. I'm not looking for your elbows to be way out here. They should kind of be a little bit closer to your side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right, we got mountain climbers up next to finish out round 1. Here we go in 10 seconds. Remember, you've got all those different options for mountain climbers. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. We're either running here in the middle, keeping that back nice and flat, no saggy shoulders, press up strong, cross body, Spider-Man steps, which can turn into a jump, or just regular old stepping. We've got 18 seconds left. You got it. Come on, keep working. Keep that back nice and flat. Almost there. 3, 2, 1, rest. Good. I know 40 seconds is a long time for those mountain climbers. Like I said before, the more you do it for that long, the better you're going to get. The easier it'll be. We have sumo 1.5 squats coming up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Wider than squat stance here. Toes turned out just a touch more. Butt goes back first, all the way down, halfway up, all the way back down, and all the way up. Squeeze the glutes the whole time. Sit back into your heels. If you're having trouble feeling the glutes, sit back a little bit more. I want your whole foot planted, but I want to weight mostly in glutes and hamstrings. Almost done. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good work. 2 more down. 2 down, 2 to go on those sumo squats. 10 seconds. We're coming up to those front and lateral raises. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Notice my stance here. Feet are shoulders apart. Legs are straight, tight. My core is tight. Nothing is moving besides my mouth and my shoulders. Remember your breathing here. Remember to try to bring that inside thumb towards your nose. Squeeze the inside shoulder and pec connection. Come on, you can do it. 3, 2, 1, rest. Nice job. Plank dance up next. Remember to drink your water. It's not super cool tonight. Make sure you're getting enough fluids. Some good food after this. Replenishing your body. Here we go. High plank. Out, out, in. Keeping that back nice and flat. No saggy shoulders. You can slow it down if you need to. We're halfway. Slow it down if you really need to. Step out, step in, so we can control it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, rest. All right. Nice job. We're on our backs with our weights here, alternating single arm floor press. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. On your back. Remember that 45-degree angle with the side and your elbow as it comes down. Keep your fists up toward the ceiling the whole time. Your forearm should be straight up, no matter if you're pushing, descending, or straight up in the air. It should always be toward the ceiling. Almost done. Good work. On to mountain climbers. Finish out round 2. Really go for it. Try not to quit on these. Go the whole time. You can do it. Just breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. I promise it'll help. Here we go. Mountain climbers, go. Back nice and flat. No saggy shoulders. Come on, you can do it. Five seconds to go. 3, 2, 1, rest. All right, we're halfway through. We're back to those sumo 1.5 squats. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Sit that butt back first, keep the chest up. Sit your weight in your heels. Sit over the glutes. Push those knees out wide. I don't want to see any knees coming in. Push out over your toes the whole time.
And I need you here with me. When you let me up, I know that I'll never fall. I can speak to you by saying nothing.
10 seconds. Come on, you can do it.
I find it hard to breathe.
3, 2, 1, rest. Nice work. Front and lateral raise up next. Grab your weights. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3. Set yourself up. 2, 1. Go. Big squeeze out of the shoulders. Palms down toward the floor the whole time. Don't forget to breathe. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Come on, you can do it. Squeeze. Just moving the shoulders, squeeze the core. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Woo. Plank dance up next. 10 seconds, everybody. We're in that high plank. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. High plank. We're either just holding it that plank dance a bit much, or out, in. Keeping that back as flat as possible. Squeezing up through the shoulders. Not sagging, not bringing that butt up. Nice and flat. Try to keep those steps consistent. Slow it down and control it if you're struggling through these. 10 seconds to go, almost there.
I need you here with me.
3, 2, 1, rest. Woohoo!
Things don't seem
We got alternating single arm floor press coming up.
You're someone else in this life. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Grab your weights. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Opposite arm stays up. Knuckles up toward the ceiling the whole time. Come on. Keep pushing. Forearms up toward the ceiling. Wrist nice and strong. You got it. 5, 4, 3, 2, climbers up next. Mountain climbers to finish out round 3. And then we got one more round to go and a little finisher. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. High plank. Mountain climbers running. These don't have to be running per se. They can be steps. Controlled with every move. Keep that back nice and flat. Keep your shoulders over your wrists. Almost done. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Woo! One more round to go, and we'll finish out with a little Tabata, 2 movements, and we'll be done. Woo! I'm breaking a sweat. 3, 2, 1. Sumo 1.5 squats. Last round. Make sure you're sitting back over your heels. Keeping that chest up. Pushing through the glutes. Every time you go to stand up. Try to control the squat with the glutes rather than the quads with this one. You got it. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Woohoo! Done with those squats. Front and lateral raise up next. Last round of these. Good setup stance here. Feet shoulder width apart. We're squeezing the legs, squeeze the core. 3, 2, 1, go. Trap, relax, squeeze the glutes. Thumb on that front raise comes up toward the nose so we can squeeze this muscle right here, right here. Halfway through these.
Nice guy, and you're looking for a nice girl to fall for you for a lifetime. But that's not my vibe.
Good work.
Fun. You say love is blind.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, time. Done with those. We got 3 more things to do. A little Tabata, and we'll be done for the day. 10 seconds to go. We're in plank base. 3, 2, 1. High plank here. Out, out, in. Out, out, in. More plank hold. Regardless, we're squeezing the glutes, we're squeezing the core, squeezing up through the shoulders. No sagginess here. That's gross. Push up, nice and strong. Good work. The only thing that should be moving here are your legs and time. All right, we're done with those. Single arm alternating floor press up next. Last round of these. 3, 2, 1, go. Make these your best ones yet. Knuckles up toward the ceiling. Strong wrists. 45 degrees at the elbows. Between your elbows and your sides. We're keeping about 90 with the elbow and the shoulder. Squeezing at the top. Keeping those weights over your armpits. 3, 2, 1, rest. Woo! wrapping up our last round of mountain climbers. I'm going to challenge you to go all the way through. Whether you're going a little bit slower, that's fine. Here we go. Find your pace, stick to it, keep your forearms strong, find your variation, and we'll go for 40 seconds. We're already 10 seconds in.
We'll be happy in the end. No more lies, no more lies.
Come on, almost done. Ten seconds, you can do it. And time. Oh. All right. Nice freaking work on that, gang. I know I lied before when I said we had 5 rounds. Thank gosh. That was only 4. I'm dying. I bet you guys are too. Okay, so to finish out our workout today, we got a little Tabata. We're gonna do some eccentric push-ups, whether that's from your knees or that high plank position. We're going for an eccentric push-up. So what that means is that we're gonna control our way down to the floor for 3 whole seconds. 1, 2, 3, and my chest is on the floor. So press back up. Same thing on the knees. Back nice and flat. 3, 2, 1. Chest is on the floor. Press back up. 3, 2, 1. Press back up. So with these, I'm looking for the same angle with your elbows that we just had on those floor press. It should be about 45 degrees between your side and your elbow when it's down on the floor. Bring your thumbs directly under your armpits, so when you lay down, that's where your thumb should hit. We'll go 3 seconds down for each push-up. We're going 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. The last movement are some leg lowers. We're gonna be on our back. You guys have the choice here. I always like to put my hands under my butt for these because I feel like it helps my lower back stay in a better position. So we can either go straight legs together, or we can go one at a time. And these are really good if you bring your shoulders off the floor a little bit, so we're contracting the core even more. But if that starts to hurt your neck, lay back and really just work your core. So we'll go 8 rounds, 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. So 4 rounds of each movement. We're gonna go for those eccentric push-ups first. 3 seconds down, press all the way back up, no time at the top or the bottom, or on the way back up, just on the way down. Then we'll go for leg lowers, either together for the double leg lower or single straight leg lower. I am sweaty. Let's finish it out. This is a good one. We got 4 minutes and then we'll be done. Let's pull up that timer. Here we go. We don't want 40 rounds, we want 8. Okay, 5-second countdown here. I'm gonna do these with you guys. Okay. 3 seconds down on the push-ups. We'll start with those push-ups for 20 seconds. Then we'll go on to the leg lowers. Here we go. In 5 seconds, get ready. Get your planks ready. 3, 2, 1, go. 3 seconds down. 1, 2, 3. Up. 1, 2, 3. Up. 1, 2, 3. Up. And time. We'll flip on over for the leg lowers. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Try to bring your heels to the floor. Try not to whack them super hard. Keep your control all the way down.
What you been waiting on this whole time? I throw the phrase out of your mind.
1, rest. Woo! 3 more rounds to go. Remember, you do have the option of doing those push-ups on your knees. And we can take out the 3 seconds if you need. Here we go. Three, 2, 1, up. 3, 2, 1, up, and time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go.
Don't look rich, I ain't got no chain.
Keep those legs nice and straight. All the way down. All the way up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. Halfway done. We got 2 more to go. 3, 2, 1. Go.
She told me that she loved that I make music with God. I told her I would love to see that blood. You say out of the crowd, baby, it's a no-brainer. It ain't that hard to choose. Him and me be for real.
3, 2, 1. Up. 3, 2, 1. Up. And rest. Good work. Back to leg lowers. 1 more round of push-ups to go. Here we go. Go. Legs nice and straight.
Walk down at me sitting up. Demanding my attention, had to give it up. Look like somebody designed you to jump in.
And rest.
Made me wanna live it up.
Whew, almost done. We've got 1 more round to go. 40 more seconds of work. That's it. And go.
Breaking all the rules. So above the law. I'll be your excuse. You go wrong, no. You stay out of the crowd, baby, it's a no-brainer. It ain't that hard to choose.
3, 2, 1. Up and time. All right, we got 20 seconds to go. Last round of leg lowers, and we're done. 3, 2, 1, and go. Make it count. Last round. Legs nice and straight. Time. Woo! Nice work, everybody. If you're tuning in after I recorded this, thank you for doing my workout. Thanks for hanging out with me. I hope it was good for you. It was definitely good for me. I'm sweating more than I thought I would, but it was good. So, thanks for being here. Thanks for working hard. I hope that I'll see you tomorrow or in the future. I'm usually here at 5:30, Monday through Thursday, or a variation of those days. Make sure you come back, tune in with me in real time. I promise it'll be fun. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you guys later. Have a great rest of your night.